join you guys? Nice to meet you. It was pretty.
Represent Western Air Sport Club, and we sail out of Lakewood, our facility on the water.
Yeah, well, Sailpalooza is a sailing day. I'm not totally sure on the dates, like the 8th or something, where we're going to have a day where people who are students at Western, or I guess not, can come out to Lakewood and we'll teach them how to sail for to raise money for just going to nationals or just helping our team go to regattas, which is pretty expensive. So
yeah, it's going to be one of our big fundraisers of the year. So we're going to try to get as many people as we can to come and teach sailing lessons for like pretty cheap price for a day. Just have everyone out on the water. It'll be really fun.
What community do you consider yourself a part of?
I'm most certainly part of the billiard community here at Western, being part of the club. And definitely connected to the music community here, playing at all different music venues and being part of the music department.
Cool. And what does community mean?
Community means,
First word that pops in your heart.
you know, learning from each other. It's the person that comes and talks to, asking questions, something to grasp. Hard to say what community means. And how far does community reach? You know? Fair question.
That's a good question. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Fun? Oh, I do music. Music is fun. I listen to music all the time. Music is what I do. Play guitar, I go. That's what
Do you ever play out in the sunshine?
I play out in the sunshine all the time. What do you think I'm doing right now?
Do you sing?
Yeah.
Will you sing us a song?
No. I sing in the privacy of my own home, in the shower, and cars.
Do you play music with other people?
I do.
Do you feel closer to them?
I do. I feel like a spiritual connection with them. Like we're touching souls. It's crazy. You play some guitar together, you hit those notes, and you just know what the other person is thinking. It's pretty intense.
The checks and balances to current events to his character in Skyrim, and then that would take about a half hour of class. I'm not even joking. We all kind of enjoyed those days, and it happened more frequently than I can remember. Still did a more lot in that class, but Holmes was always good. He was able to keep our attention.
Nice. Do you think you feel more connection to the teacher because of that?
Yeah, definitely. He presents himself as more than just like the person who's shoving all these facts and information in your face. Like he presents himself as an actual person, you know, someone who was just like us, is just like us, slightly obsessed with video games. I guess that always kind of helps. Our class is fairly nerdy.
So what made you decide to bring hammock out?
I love hammocks. It's warm. It has the sun. I don't get enough sun as it is. And plus, this is way more comfortable than the benches out here.
Good answer.
I do lots of things, but a lot of them include acrobatics and circus tricks and juggling and acro yoga, which is awesome.
Very nice.
If you want a sense of community, I feel like that's a good way to think about it, because there's a lot of people. There's a big community, especially like in juggling and acrobatics. Especially in Bellingham. Oh yeah, they're everywhere, and you just find a juggler or. Well, acro people are wonderful. They're because you can just find a group of people doing this stuff. And you're like, can I join you? And they always are like, yeah, and they're always really excited to find other people. And, jugglers are the same way, but you kind of need it. Well, I should say you need to know how to partner juggle. I feel like I need to know how to partner juggle because then you can like connect, passing and stuff. I'm not very good at that, but I'm working on it.
Nice. So you feel like everywhere you go, you can sort of find people who share this common fun thing.
For the most part, maybe not quite everywhere I go, but there's a lot of them in Bellingham. There's a lot of people who like do weird, crazy shit in Bellingham.
Very cool. So what's the exact group that you go to do that?
Well, there's the Bellingham Circus Guild I am a part of, they actually have a group that meets every Monday. They just get together and juggle and chat and do acro, and it's wonderful. I also have met a lot of people from the theater department here who do that kind of stuff too. Like I met these kids, and they're into that. And there's also I don't know. I think movement in general is a really great way to do it, because also I feel very connected to my fellow man who dance.
Hi there, we are the Outsiders, and our principle that we are going to show today is making connections outside of the regular community gathering spaces. And so this includes going on mini field trips, doing service projects for others, and meeting with other groups in their spaces as well. And so we are going to be taking a trip over to the Reflective Garden as one of our mini trips today.
Okay, so we are going today to meet with participants to meet with HANDS, which is, again, that's the Helping Admit New and Diverse Students program.
So you guys both know that the AVID program at Ferndale High School is going out of commission. They don't have enough funding to keep the program going. So we've been playing around with this idea of starting an after-school program to have students come to Western and be taught the same lessons there here, but on more steady and focused curriculum and at a maybe a little bit of a faster pace instead of meeting once every 2 weeks, meeting once every week. And we actually have another group that's going to come, I think, and talk with us about that today and help us try and plan it out, and they really want to be involved in this.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Chris.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
I'm Alexa.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Paige.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Matt. Oh, hi, Cassie. Nice to meet you.
Okay, thanks so much for meeting us. This is fabulous.
Want to grab a seat?
Absolutely.
Talk around the bonfire.
Oh, yeah. The little imaginary bonfire.
Wonderful.
Okay. So do you guys want to, we sent you guys an email, but,
We heard you guys had some ideas for us on how to get this started.
Absolutely, yes. I guess one of the biggest things that we want to get across is the fact that we want the students, incoming students, to really feel a part of Western culture and to really get integrated into Western culture so that they can identify. So the identification process is really what we want to emphasize, whether it's with getting them interested in clubs and the proper sequences for classes to be taken. That's just really something important for all students, but especially for the new incoming ones that aren't really sure what to expect from Western. I think that we mentioned too getting accustomed with the learning commons. That is a great way to seek resources throughout the school and to really further the education process as well. I don't know if you wanted to expand on.
But it's just very important, I think, for this particular group of students that we're talking about to know what tools are available to them to help the process of transitioning into this new level of academia easier.
I really like those ideas, and so thankful that you guys came to meet with us, because I think that is super important part of. We're just trying to get them into college in general because of the socioeconomic area that they're from. And I think that it's important to show them the culture of Western to encourage them to want to come here, but also just to realize that the college environment is just so different from what they're accustomed to.
Well, and they need to recognize too that they're not different from everybody else, that they are all the same, and I think that's something that really needs to come across. Look, you are just as eligible as anybody here. That's why you're here, and we need to emphasize that. And so I think that's really important as well, specifically because of their backgrounds. We want them to really be empowered, that they're here and not lose interest, because that can be really easy to do if they're coming from a background where maybe support isn't given all the time, and we want to give that support in lieu of what they haven't received.
I agree, and I think that becoming involved and seeing what clubs are available is also super important.
Yeah, I mean things like scholarships. It's very important to be able to guide someone. How do you go about getting a scholarship? And I mean in these cases, I think this is way more needed than the rest of the student population. So absolutely.
Coming. Your favorite song about togetherness.
Should say we are the Wandering Wombats.
Recess for all ages.
Positive communities requires everyone gathering and meeting new people. Deliberately plan for fun and play.
To say team outstanding. Team outstanding.
You know, when I think about the word embrace, I think about the fact that I'm embracing the ideas of someone else. I'm listening to them.
I think it goes back to the whole don't judge a book by its cover thing.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it. It's an old saying, but really it comes down to it, we have a tendency to not listen to the other person. We're listening to the other person because we want to hear what they're saying that agrees with us. We should not be doing that. We should be encouraging them to say what they think and then learning from them, from their perspective and from their words, their insight.
And we don't want to be judgmental of what they're saying. like everybody has their differences, and you don't want to enforce your own opinions on others. Instead, you want to embrace what they think, that you embrace their opinions and encourage them.
And when I look at the three words, really are part of the three phrases we have here. We're talking about embracing, say the knowledge of the other person. We're encouraging the other person to dialogue, because as you and I were talking earlier, you were encouraging me to think, and hopefully I was encouraging you to think. But the biggest thing is we're recognizing the differences between each other, and we're embracing that, we're recognizing and encouraging that, but we're also learning from what it is that each of us have to share to each other.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, we're definitely building off of what each other says, and that's outstanding.
Yeah. That's the reason why we call ourselves Team Outstanding. But if you look at our circle too, the circle keeps going around. We keep learning. We keep learning from each other because we keep embracing, we keep encouraging, and we keep recognizing the differences between the two of us.
I think stemming off what you said, Richard, I think that when you recognize the differences going back to the circle, I think that it is a beautiful logo just because once you have recognized the differences, you in a sense get to celebrate those differences and again embrace, you know, something else that you just learned about the person, and then you encourage them, and it just fosters and makes for stronger and strengthening of relationships with people. So I think that's a great point that you brought up. And I just have something to add in terms of encouragement. I think a really key component for the encouragement side is just to be an active listener. And so I think that it plays in a lot too, just with like nonverbal cues that I feel are so important to use when you're having a conversation, just because I think that you have to know that, you know, people find what you are saying valuable. So nonverbal cues will definitely help, you know, make someone feel at ease. And then when you have a dialogue between two people, I feel like more people, both of them will have more respect for one another, and therefore, you know, value and give merit to what the other is saying. So be an active listener, be present. I hate when I'm having a conversation with someone and they're like texting. Has that happened to you guys?
Oh yeah.
All the time. It's so annoying. Totally
Too much.
hate that. Just, you know, nonverbals I feel like are so important in terms of encouraging and like keeping, I guess, the conversation going and building that confidence, especially when you don't know someone very well. Do you have anything to add to that?
I was just going to say that I think in recognizing differences, it allows the person who's being able to recognize that other people are different from them, it allows them to be able to better understand where they're coming from and hear what that person's saying, hear what they have to say versus hearing what they want that person to say.
So we're team Paying It Forward, and my random act of kindness of the day was a woman giving me a flower randomly.
Cool.
I made my roommate's dinner last night.
Have you ever done any random acts of kindness or seen any?
Yeah, the other day a girl in the library came up and said she liked my shirt, made me smile, and made my day, I think. So that was a nice random act of kindness.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, so the last part for the project, you guys have to go to the community center, you know, and do your business there and intermix with them and figure out what's going on and how to connect the two communities between our school and the senior center.
I don't either. I really wish we got a better project. I don't want to talk to seniors.
Oh, I wish we were at the park instead.
Me too.
That sounds nice.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to seniors. I don't know anything about what they do.
Why don't we have anything in common with them anyway?
Exactly.
Western students are coming. I'm
Oh, no. God, I never know what they're
They'll probably
talking about.
be doing this
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, they won't listen to us, they won't look at us, they'll be talking to their friends. And I wish I could move my thumbs the way they do.
Yes.
God. But, and they use words. I don't know what they're talking about. Do you?
Yes. No.
Yeah. Oh,
They live in a different world.
well, it's all right. We can put up with them just for a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just for a bit. Oh, here they are.
Here they are.
Hi. You're nice to meet you. I'm Helen. Helen. Well, never remember your name. So this is part of your project, yes? Yes.
So we are your project.
So what would you like to talk about?
Well, we've been talking about connecting communities.
Oh. So what is it? Is that why you're here?
I mean, technically, I guess we're supposed to talk about the communities we've been involved in.
So you're exploring different kinds of communities, because we're kind of different.
Yes, we live in a different community entirely from you. Our lives are very different.
So where do you all come from? Do you all come from Bellingham?
No.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Puyallup.
From?
Puyallup.
Oh, I can't even pronounce that.
It is hard to pronounce.
I also am from Puyallup.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, you have something in common. Do you know anybody who lives there?
No, I
Isn't
don't.
it? You know, okay.
I'm from Puyallup too.
Wonderful.
I'm not from Puyallup.
Where are you from?
Camas, Washington. It's near Vancouver, Washington.
Okay. So you're Canadian?
No, Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, Washington.
Not Canada. Yeah. I'm from Seattle.
You're from the big city.
I'm from Bremerton. It's like across the water from Seattle.
And you are from?
Bellingham.
Yeah, I'm living in Bellingham too. Is this place that I can't pronounce? Is it a small town?
It's pretty small. Yeah.
So you're from the biggest town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do better than that. I'm from London originally.
Wow.
So we have some things in common because we're all in Bellingham now. Right? And why did you choose Bellingham?
I loved Western when I came to visit. It was great. I happened to come on a sunny day, so that didn't hurt when I came to visit.
Do you like it here?
I love it here.
Yeah. I like it too because we both retired here.
I hear you guys are having an open house next week.
Yeah, we are.
That'll be a lot of fun for you.
Yeah.
It'll be fun for you also. You two should come.
Wow.
Yeah, you're invited.
Well, where is it?
It's Thursday.
When is it? It's Thursday, and where is it?
It's in the library learning commons.
Oh, so it's on the campus.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. So you've come to see us in our space, and we'll come to see you in yours.
That would be fun.
That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, we'll get to see you again. We'd like to know more about you. I think we might find some things in common. Besides, I need you to help me with my new smartphone.
We can help do that. Yeah.
Can't stand being filmed.